S'il vous plaît, vous asseoir. Please be seated. It's just wonderful to have all of you here together, plus the drumming to have the students come in, the graduates come in. So it's a wonderful occasion for all of us. Thank you. Merci miigwech. Welcome to Laurentian University's Spring 2026 Convocation. We gather to celebrate the successes of our graduates who will receive their degrees today after many years of hard work. Bienvenue à la Collation des grades du printemps, ici à l'Université Laurentienne. Vous participez aujourd'hui à une journée importante de notre histoire. Nous célébrons avec nos nouveaux diplômés et nos nouvelles diplômées leur travail acharné de ces dernières années lors de cette cérémonie de collation des grades. En fait, cette année, nous célébrons en plus le 65e anniversaire de l'Université Laurentienne. Even more special this year, we're celebrating the 65th anniversary of Laurentian University. And not to be outdone, we're actually celebrating today the installation of Laurentian's third chancellor. Before we begin, that was not in the script, so we'll have to stick to the script from now on, but that's okay. I now invite Keegan Pelletier to come recite the land acknowledgement in Anishinaabe-Mewin.
Ake gabajade bendagwak. Kake giwamdana ake gabajade bendagwak. Robinson Huron na Kinigewin ode 1850. Minwa giwamdanda Laurentian chikanomage gewiteg mampigada kimana tikmikchingnishna bek de bendagwak. Minwa che odeno sudbury. Minwa gewi de bendagwak wanapate nishna baking. Gichipiten manane ganishna bekka na kitana wewene mampi Laurentian chikanomage debwewin. Minwa minadapna gewin na ki nadmage makwatagziwin. Miigwech, 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 miigwech.
Miigwech, Keenan. Je suis heureux de me présenter. Je me nomme Serge Demers et j'ai le privilège d'être vice-recteur associé et secrétaire général ici à l'Université Laurentienne et je serai votre maître de cérémonie. I'm pleased to be your master of ceremony. My name is Serge Demers and I'm the associate vice president and registrar here at Laurentian University. You should have received a program for today's ceremony as you walked in. At the bottom, you'll find a QR code that will lead you to a more detailed program, and amongst other things, you'll see a description of the Eagle staff as well as the mace. Donc, vous devriez avoir reçu le programme de la cérémonie d'aujourd'hui à votre arrivée. Au bas de ce programme, vous trouverez un code QR qui vous mènera à un programme plus détaillé. Vous y trouverez notamment une description du gourdin de l'aigle à ma gauche et de la masse qui se trouve au centre. I'm very proud today to announce that we have several very important guests on stage for this inauguration, and I would ask them to rise as they are named. Donc, on a la chance, le privilège aujourd'hui d'avoir plusieurs invités distingués sur l'estrade pour la cérémonie d'introduction du chancelier. I'll start off with Monsieur Jay Barbeau, Board Chair, Laurentian University. That was in the script. Well done. Catherine Farrow, Board Member. James Baltrup, Board Member. Brian Ramaco, Board Member. And Mr. Mario Grossi, President and CEO of Technica Mining. We also have Mr. Christian Straub, our future Chancellor. So, in my script, the next thing, member of faculty, distinguished guests and students, it's a profound honor for me to introduce the role of Chancellor, the titular and ceremonial head of the institution. Beyond the regalia and the tradition, the Chancellor serves as our primary champion on the national stage, driving our advocacy and elevating our reputation across the country. Donc, membres du corps professoral, distingués invités et étudiants, C'est un honneur pour moi de vous présenter le rôle de chancelier ici à l'Université Laurentienne, rôle qui le voit être au cœur de l'institution. Au-delà de l'habit et de la tradition, le chancelier sert comme champion sur national pour l'institution, pour nous permettre d'augmenter notre réputation tout à l'intérieur du pays. Whether they're representing us in the halls of leadership or standing here at the podium to preside over Convocation and confer your hard-earned degrees, their presence is a testament to our university's excellence. They are more than a figurehead. They are a vital advisor and partner in leadership, ensuring that as we advance, we do so in wisdom and clear-eyed purpose. I would now like to invite Mr. Mario Grossi to the podium for the induction speech. J'invite maintenant M. Mario Grossi au podium pour le discours d'installation.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, distinguished faculty, honored guests, class of 2026, family, friends, President Wells, and members of our Laurentian University community. It is both a tremendous privilege and a deeply personal honor to stand before you today to introduce Laurentian University's newly appointed Chancellor, Mr. Christian Straub. I could spend the next several minutes talking about Christian's remarkable career, his extraordinary contributions to the mining industry. I could tell you, after graduating from Laurentian in 1998 with a Bachelors of Science in Geology and earning his professional geoscientist designation, he began his career as a project geologist with Falconbridge. And I could share with you the journey that took him from senior exploration geologist to Chile, to chief mine geologist, acting mine manager at Extratus Montcalm, manager of mining and operations technical service at Raglan Mine. I could tell you how his leadership at Raglan led to his promotion to vice president, and only 2 years later, president of Glencore's Koniambo operations in New Caledonia. Or, in typical Christian fashion, 4 years later, promoted to global vice president of exploration at Glencore Nickel. I could tell you about his leadership at Wailu's Ring of Fire, and how today, as Chief Executive Officer of the Canadian Indigenous Loan Guarantee Corporation, he leads an organization entrusted with a $10 billion mandate that is helping advance Indigenous participation in major economic projects and reconciliation in a practical and lasting way. And while those accomplishments are truly remarkable and certainly worthy of recognition, they are not what makes Christian Straub exceptional. Titles can be earned. Promotions can be achieved. Success can be measured. Character cannot. If there's one thing I hope for you remember about Christian today, it's this. As successful as he has become, his greatest strength has never been his accomplishments. His greatest strength has always been his character. You see, Christian and I go way back. We grew up together. We spent 5 years. Yeah, so by the way, we're OAC back then, so it's not that we failed the grade. But we did spend 5 years at St. Charles. And we played a few of those years playing football together. And long before executive titles, boardrooms, industry accomplishments, I knew him simply as a teammate, a friend, and someone who people just gravitated towards. And when I reflect on who Christian is today, what stands out most is that the qualities that make him such an exceptional leader now are the very same qualities he possessed all those years ago. Because leadership, true leadership, is not something you suddenly discover when you receive a title. It's something people feel from you long before they ever read your resume. And Christian has always had that rare ability. He has always had a presence that made people feel valued. He listened. He encourages. He brings calm to difficult situations. He lifts people up. He has an extraordinary ability to bring out the very best in those around him. Some people lead through authority. Some people lead through position. Some people lead because a title tells others that they should follow. Christian has always been different. Christian leads through character. He leads by example. He leads by making people feel valued, respected, and capable more than they thought possible. In an industry like mining, an industry built on hard work, resilience, trust, teamwork, those qualities matter immensely. We often speak about production, innovation, technology, growth, but Kristen understands something even more important, that every successful company, every strong community, and every meaningful institution is built first and foremost on and by our people. And throughout his career, that belief has never changed. In fact, the higher he climbed, the more determined he has been to remain grounded. The executive offices became bigger. The responsibilities became greater. The decisions became more significant, but the person never changed. He reminded me that that same teammate, the same friend, that same humble individual who believed that every person deserved to be heard, respected, and given the opportunity to succeed. He understands that the true measure of leadership is not simply what you accomplish personally. It's what you inspire in others. It's how you make people feel. It's how you support people when they're in difficult times. It's how you help others discover strengths that they didn't even see possible themselves. This is what separates respected leaders from truly impactful ones. And that is why so many people throughout our industry speak about Kristen not only in admiration, but genuine affection and respect, because he is simply not admired for what he's achieved. He is admired for who he is. I have had the privilege of watching Kristen lead not only with intelligence and vision, but with humanity, humility, kindness, integrity, and heart. Those qualities cannot be manufactured. They cannot be taught in a classroom. And they cannot be measured on an income statement or balance sheet, but they are the qualities people never forget. They are qualities that define legacy. And they are qualities that make someone worthy of serving as Chancellor of a university that helps shape future generations. Graduates, as you leave Laurentian today and begin the next chapter of your lives, the world will need more than intelligence and ambition. It will need leaders who understand people. Leaders who lead with empathy. Leaders who remain grounded in their values no matter how far success brings you. Leaders who rise to challenges, protect those they lead, and pursue excellence with relentless determination. If there's one lesson you can take away from Kristen's journey, please let it be this. Success will open doors. Talent will create opportunities. Hard work will earn achievement, but character is what people will remember you by. Character is what earns trust. Character is what inspires others to follow. And character is what transforms success into significance. Those qualities have defined Christian Straub throughout his life. Laurentian University could not have chosen a better representative for its students, its faculty, alumni, and most importantly, the future. Two young boys who once stood side by side on a football field at St. Charles could never have imagined this moment. When I look at Kristen today, I don't see the CEO. I don't see the executive. I don't see the titles. I see the same person I met all those years ago. A loyal friend, a trusted teammate, a man of integrity. A leader whose success has never changed who he is, because as remarkable as his accomplishments have been, it's his character that has always set him apart. Some people earn recognition because of the position they hold. Kristen earned the respect of others long before he held one. And that, to me, says everything. So today, with the greatest amount of pride, deep respect, and heartfelt friendship, it's my honor to present Laurentian University's newly appointed Chancellor, Mr. Christian Straub. I would now like to invite President Wells for the official declaration of appointment.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present Dr. Christian Straub, who was duly appointed by the Board of Governors with the concurrence of the Senate as Chancellor of this university. I now call upon J. Barbeau, Chair of the Board of Governors, to to read the citation that will formally proclaim just our third chancellor in the history of Laurentian University.
Laurentian University, on the recommendation of the Senate and the Board of Governors, hereby proclaims Kristen Straub as Chancellor of Laurentian University with all the duties and responsibilities, the rights and privileges proper to this office. L'Université Laurentienne, sur recommandation du Sénat et du Conseil des gouverneurs, nomme par la présente Kristen Straub au poste de chancelier de l'Université Laurentienne avec toutes les fonctions, responsabilités, droits et privilèges inhérents à cette charge.
Do you, Kristen Straub, assume the function and office of the Chancellor of this university, pledge yourself to keep and preserve well and faithfully the statutes, liberties, customs, rights, and privileges of the university, and to promote its well-being and that of its members? Kristen Straub, assumerez-vous les fonctions et tâches de chancelier de cette université? Promettez-vous de respecter et de préserver de manière satisfaisante et de bonne foi pendant votre mandat les lois, libertés, coutumes, droits et privilèges de l'université et de promouvoir son bien-être et celui de ses membres?
I, Kristen Straub, undertake to perform to the best of my ability the duty as of Chancellor of Laurentian University, and I promise to defend its rights and promote its welfare. Je, Kristen Straub, m'engage à accomplir les tâches de chancelier de l'Université Laurentienne au meilleur de mes capacités et je promets de défendre ses droits et promouvoir son bien-être.
I would now like to ask Dominic Beaudry, Associate Vice President, Academic and Indigenous Programs, to hood the Chancellor in the official vestments of the university.
I would like to invite the Chancellor to officially sign the Certificate of Office. Ani Bojo Wache Minogijigat. Hello, today is a good day. It is an honor to be speaking during this historic moment as we recognize Laurentian University's first ever First Nations Chancellor, Kristen Straub. Today is more than a celebration of leadership and achievement. It is also a moment to reflect on relationship, responsibility, and reconciliation. Wampum belts are sacred, living records created by Eastern Woodland nations, made from white and purple shell beads. They carry teachings, agreements, laws, and responsibility between peoples and nations. This wampum belt was created through the work of Brian Charles, the Office of Academic and Indigenous Programs, and community members during Treaty Recognition Week. Together, we learned traditional looming practices and contributed to the belt that reflects Laurentians' ongoing commitment to First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples and communities. At the center of the belt of the design is a triangle representing Laurentian University and its tricultural mandate. Along it are two rectangles honoring the First Nations lands, Atikamekw First Nation and Wanapitei First Nation. The three inner lines represent the First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples, with the outer lines of the belt representing the sacred responsibility to protect the land, language, and culture for future generations. The belt is a living reminder of reconciliation and how it is not just symbolic work, it is ongoing work. It calls on all of us to build relationships rooted in respect, accountability, and action. As we celebrate today's graduates and leadership, may this wampum belt guide us forward together in a good way. Miigwech.
Ask Dominic Beaudry, the Associate Vice President, Academic Indigenous Programs, to speak about the medallion.
Ani bozo idal mekonam gitchina dam geni mate igoj megwabangi shas wikeb nan gidonya. This is the Anishinaabe component of our ceremonies today, and I'm going to teach you guys two words this afternoon. The first word is ani, and when I say it, if you could repeat after me, ani. The second word is nichkewen, nichkewen. So that means hello, my friend. So I need everybody to say, I'll say it first, and you say it after me, ani nichkewen. Then turn to your left and right and give a high five to a neighbor beside you, and you say, ani nichkewen. Awesome. Very good students. There'll be a quiz as you head out of the Convocation Hall. As part of the ceremony this afternoon, this is an Anishinaabe component. Not only is Kristen Straub being installed as a third chancellor, he is also will be our first Indigenous chancellor. He is, after all, from Henvey Inuit First Nation, and as Anishinaabe people, we're extremely proud of him today. So I'm going to share with you, I will be doing a presentation of the Napkawagan, which is a medallion gifted to leadership. As part of installation, this is a very significant component. For the Anishinaabe people, medallions and governance represent two intersecting facets of leadership, one deeply rooted in customary tradition and visual identity, and the other built on historic and modern institutional and governmental relationships. The Crane Napkawagan by Emmenwangozitkwe, Gijichge, We, Oklahoma, Manitoba, Minising, Minnedominising, Peyote, Shkigawanan, Ojibwe, Wawayas, Minwa, Wawashkeshi, Nagai, Mimanda, Jichgan, Ajiksha, Pitendagwak. In the tradition, the Crane holds the primary role of external governance, diplomacy, and relationship building. The Crane leadership, known as the outside chiefs, they represent a nation to neighboring nations and have historically had important negotiations, were part of celebrations and confirming significant ceremonial gatherings. The Napkawagan is a profound visual language and a symbol of community leadership, spiritual identity, and responsibility. The medallions, when worn by leaders, serves as a contract of accountability, affirming an individual's relationship to the people and the community it serves. The traditional leadership is rooted in service. Gifts of medallions are intentionally used to remind decision makers of their responsibilities to the community, ensuring equity and righteousness. Gifting one to a community leader is a sacred act of respect, recognizing leadership and confirming their role as community leaders. Today, as the Associate Vice President of Academic and Indigenous Programs, I bestow the traditional Anishinaabe Crane Napkawagan on our new Chancellor, Kristen Straub. At this time, I call on Indigenous to render us an honor song for this year's graduating class, all our staff and faculty, and to our new Chancellor, Kristen Straub. Pasqua, take it away. If you could please rise, if you can. Miigwech to the drum group. I now call on our new Chancellor, Kristen Straub, to do opening address to this year's graduating class and to our wonderful community. Kristen Straub, put your hands together.
Well, that's a handy little note there. It's great. Distinguished guests, members of the Board of Governors, President, faculty, staff, proud families, and importantly, the class of 2026. I'd like to acknowledge the sacred items that are in the room here with us today, the Eagle staff, the drum, Pasqua and the drummers who so graciously welcomed us into the room today. And we thank Elder today who gave the blessing for us this morning, or earlier on this afternoon as we started today in a good way. Thank you very much. I stand today before you with humility. To be installed here as Chancellor of Université à l'Ancienne is not just an honor, it's a profound responsibility. Indigenous, Nigani Jejebini, Makwa Dorem, a proud member of Henvi Inlet First Nation, a heritage I share with my mom, son of a Swiss immigrant father, I'd like to recognize the ground that we are gathered on here today on the traditional territories of Atikameksheng and Anishinaabe, the Wahnapitae First Nation, and other members of the Robinson-Huron Treaty Territory. As you have come to know through your years spent here, Laurentian is a tapestry. Our tricultural mandate honors English, French, and Indigenous roots. This is not merely a statement in a mission folder. It is like the drum that we just heard earlier. It is our heartbeat. C'est une promesse que nous ne faisons pas que coexister. Nous apprenons les unes et les autres et nous grandissons ensemble. It represents a promise that we do not simply exist side by side, but that we learn from one another and grow stronger by understanding and respecting our differences. A mandate that my family and my extended family has helped shape and contribute for decades. I see the strength in this mandate. It mirrors the teachings of many of our nations, that we are strongest when we honor the past while looking towards the future. I want to share with you a short story of honoring the past, seeing the impact that it has currently created today in this current future. In the mid-1970s, two people by the names of Dr. Ed Newberry and Dr. Art Solomon, with several others, founded the Native Studies program here at Laurentian, but at the University of Sudbury. A group with a dream, hard work, and perseverance. That work set the stage for today. It was unknown at that time the impact that the work of these founders would have. However, they were committed in establishing a program with a view to 7 generations of impact. 4 generations after coming together and working so hard, I want to share with you that their great-grandchildren shared a similar experience here at this university, an experience of profound impact, graduating from medical school last week. Each now embarking on a journey of healing and service, not so different from their great-grandfather's journey. These 2 graduates, like yourselves graduates, class of 2026, worked together through the years of med school and knowing and honoring their own respective family history, not fully recognizing the common lineage and the bonds that they share with Laurentian. To the students graduating today, look to your left, look to your right, and look all around. You've spent these past years in lectures and libraries, but you've also built a community of support that is far more durable than any degree. Ces amitiés, forgées dans les défis de la vie universitaire, constituant le véritable héritage de votre passage parmi nous. These friendships, forged in the challenges of university life, are the true legacy of your time with us. These are the people who you know your stories, who will be your lifelong counsel. Hold on to them. But none of you arrived at this stage alone. I wanted to take a moment to address the families in the back of the room. You are the unseen architects of these students' success. À vous, parents et familles, merci pour vos sacrifices et votre soutien indéfectible. To you, the parents and families, thank you for your sacrifices and your unwavering support. To the families, this degree belongs to you as much as it does to them. Class of 2026, whether this is the first degree in your family or one of many, know that generations from today, the seeds of knowledge that are planted by you here will foster your family for generations. Graduates, like you, I stand here today as a man shaped by those who walked before me. I am a product of mentors who saw potential when I was still finding my voice, as friends who held me accountable, and a family who remained my anchor. To my wife, my children, my elders, and my colleagues who have guided my path, you are the bedrock upon which I stand. Votre sagesse et votre amour ont été ma boussole tout au long de ma carrière. Your wisdom and your love have been my compass throughout my career. As we look forward toward the future, I challenge this graduating class, take the tricultural spirit of this place with you. Whether you go into mines, the hospitals, the boardrooms, the schools, the classrooms, or industry at large, carry the humility to listen to understand, the courage to lead with integrity, and the wisdom to know that we are all ultimately connected by the lands that we walk upon. My hope for my tenure as Chancellor is that we move beyond a simple mandate and into one of kinship, where the French and English traditions and the Indigenous wisdom of this land weave a fabric that cannot be torn. In closing, I'd like to leave you with a teaching from my late grandfather, Art. There is a purpose and meaning for every human life. It is given at the moment of conception by the Creator God. There is not only a purpose and meaning for every human life, but there is also a destiny and the power to accomplish that destiny. Graduates, as you leave Laurentian today, know that you have purpose and meaning. Laurentian has been shaped by you, and you have the power, the knowledge, and the foundational network to accomplish your destiny. Miigwech, merci, thank you. I now declare Convocation to be in session. Je déclare maintenant ouverte la séance de la Collation des grades. Merci.
Merci pour ces mots inspirants. So, back to Convocation. I'm required here, though, to provide a few what I call rules of engagement with respect to today's ceremony. This is indeed a very special occasion, one certainly for the Chancellor, but also for each of you graduating today, and you'll want to capture that in your memories and also more permanently through pictures. C'est enfin une occasion spéciale dont on veut se souvenir, et la meilleure façon de le faire sera de l'immémorialiser en photo. Nous vous demandons toutefois de respecter le décorum de la collation des grades, et comme par le passé, pas d'autoportrait, pas d'accessoires ni d'invités ne seront permis sur scène. As with ceremonies in the past, you're asked to respect the decorum of Convocation, therefore no selfies, no props, nor guests will be permitted on stage. We ask the paparazzi in the room, but more particularly the mamarazzis, not to cross the blue ropes that will or have been installed down the walkways so that our graduates can make their way to stage in all safety. Note that we do take our time so that you have an opportunity to capture the moment. We would also ask the razzis to come down no further than the blue ropes in the center aisle so that they can get the best result. It's difficult on the sides. The center is where you want to be. Now, that being said, we do have our grand paparazzi. John, please wave. John is back there. John will be taking a picture of every single graduate who comes on stage with the President and Chancellor. So, graduates, your job is to look at John first, and then he'll give you a thumbs up, and then you can move on to your 12 personal photographers. And because pictures are so 1960s, just like the foundation of this institution, this year, for this ceremony, we have Mr. Chris Elliott, who will be taking videos. Chris, right beside John. Very good. So he'll be taking videos to highlight the day for a short social videos and celebration of the big event. So be on the lookout for him. He's a nice man, so all should go well. On demande aux paparazzi, mais surtout aux mamarazzi dans la foule, de ne pas traverser les cordons bleus qui ont été installés dans les allées, afin que nos diplômés puissent se rendre sur scène. Veuillez noter que nous prenons notre temps afin que vous puissiez saisir le moment en photo. On demande aux Radzies d'aider la rectrice Wells et le chancelier en s'approchant des cordons bleus pour qu'ils puissent vous voir un peu mieux. Nous vous demandons de regarder comme diplômé, une fois que vous êtes sur l'estrade, John, qui est le photographe officiel, qui va prendre la première photo. Ensuite de ça, votre ordre de photographe personnel pourra se lancer dans l'aventure. As mentioned earlier, Laurentian University is a bilingual institution, and the bilingualism certificate recognizes graduates who have successfully completed a minimum of 15 credits in each of Canada's 2 official languages. By mastering both French and English, our graduates possess a strategic advantage in the workplace, enabling them to build bridges and excel in diverse professional environments. During convocation, these recipients of the bilingual certificate will show a green ceremonial braid in addition to their regular hoods. Le certificat de bilinguisme honore les diplômés qui ont complété avec succès un minimum de 15 crédits universitaires dans chacune des langues officielles. En maîtrisant le français et l'anglais, nos finissants détiennent une clé stratégique pour le marché du travail, leur permettant de bâtir des ponts et d'exceller dans des milieux professionnels diversifiés. Lors de la collation des grades, les détenteurs et les détentrices du certificat de bilinguisme portent le sautoir cérémonial vert en plus de leur épitoche. All right, following convocation, we're not done, but I'm just foreshadowing. All guests will be invited to a reception in the Alumni Hall, a couple of floors above where we are currently. And there, if your photographers didn't quite succeed, there will be an opportunity in front of backdrops. You should also know that Convocation is available by live webcast on the university's website. For those of you who want to tweet or X about this moment, we're using the hashtag Voyageur2026. Gerald and I are good friends from an hour ago now. Gerald has the most important role today. He's the first student to come and get his degree. So, as I said to Gerald, but this is for the whole crowd, so you will need to follow the leader. You will be asked to get up and line up on my right, your left. You will give your little cue card to our cue card reader. At that point, the dean will read out your name, and you will go up these stairs, not those, these, and the president will give you a handshake. The chancellor will give you your degree. And then you will pause, look at John. John will wave, thumbs up, pictures, and then you exit the stage through the other set of stairs. Super simple, but I'm counting on you nonetheless to show the example, and I know you can. No pressure. Après la cérémonie, vous êtes invité à une réception dans le Salon des Anciens, 2 étages au-dessus de notre emplacement actuel, où vous pourrez prendre des photos avec une bannière de la Laurentienne comme toile de fond, si vos photos ici sur l'estrade ne rencontrent pas vos critères. Sachez également que la cérémonie est diffusée en direct sur le site web de l'université à laurentienne.ca. Si vous désirez envoyer des messages sur Twitter ou sur X au sujet de cette cérémonie, on utilise le mot-clic voyageur avec un S 2026. As you exit the stage, someone from the alumni office will hand you an alumni handbook for you to peruse, not during the ceremony, but after the ceremony. J'invite maintenant Mme Lynn Wells, rectrice et vice-chancelière de l'Université Laurentienne, à présenter son allocution à la classe finissante. I would invite Dr. Lynn Wells, President and Vice-Chancellor of Laurentian University, to address the graduating class.
Great. Hello, everyone. Bonjour, ani, kwekwe, wache, and welcome. What an extraordinary day this is. I want to extend a warm welcome to our distinguished guests, faculty, family members, friends, alumni, and above all, of course, you, our graduates. It's really an honor to stand before you as the President and Vice Chancellor, it's a bit echoey, on this wonderful day, and I'm glad you're all here. Aujourd'hui, nous célébrons votre réussite, votre détermination et votre cheminement jusqu'à ce moment. Nous sommes ici pour reconnaître tous vos efforts, vos sacrifices et votre courage. I want to extend, of course, a special welcome to our brand new Chancellor, Kristen Straub, at his very first ceremony as Chancellor. This is really an important moment for Laurentian University. Chancellor Straub's presence is a powerful sign of the renewal of our institution and a symbol of the bilingual and tricultural mandate that makes Laurentian unique among post-secondary institutions. At Laurentian, we speak often of community. We refer to our students, staff, and faculty as members of the Laurentian community. We learn together, we grow together, we succeed and fail together like a community. Today, that word community is alive in this room as we celebrate our graduates and recognize the hard work, sacrifices, and courage that went into the successful completion of their programs. I'd like to share an Anishinaabe word that we use at Convocation, Gimamakwe Namigo. It's a word that means congratulations on a deeply special achievement. Gimamakwe Namigo. Félicitations and congratulations. Let that word carry weight. It connects you not only to the ceremony, but to a tradition and a land with deep meaning. At Laurentian, situated on the traditional lands of the Atikameksheng and Anishinaabe and the nearby Wanapitei First Nation, we strive to honor that connection in all that we do. Part of that connection takes physical form here with the presence of the Eagle staff, or as it is called in Anishinaabe Moen, Miwane Geke Weon. En français, on l'appelle le bâton à exploit. Il raconte une histoire de relation à mieux connaître nos liens avec la terre, les uns avec les autres. Il dessine la cérémonie à la manière des Anishinaabe. Relationship to the land is especially important for us here in Sudbury. For those who might be visiting for the first time, the Sudbury landscape is not always this green and lovely. After years of damage from emissions related to now antiquated mining practices, the landscape was devoid of trees and blackened by sulfur. In fact, it became so bad in the 1970s that astronauts would train in Sudbury as the landscape was similar to that of the moon. The Sudbury community story of regreening is also rooted in process, patience, and humility. After those years of damage, life has returned. A massive project led by researchers here at Laurentian, community members, and industry turned Sudbury back into a place that is overflowing with trees and greenery. It's a reminder that much is possible with patience and focus. When I see the climate pledge pins worn proudly by so many of our graduates, I see the Sudbury regreening story and the legacy of Dr. Jane Goodall alive on this campus. Those pins are not just symbols of environmental awareness, they are also commitments to care, to act, and to lead with courage. They remind us that hope is not naive, it is necessary. Alors que vous commencez le prochain chapitre de votre vie, souvenez-vous que l'espoir n'est pas un état passif. C'est une action, c'est un choix. Et tout comme l'histoire du paysage du Grand Sudbury, trouvez des moyens, grands et petits, de protéger ce qui est fragile, de valoriser ce qui est possible, et de croire que le changement commence avec vous. As you begin the next chapter of your lives, remember that hope is not passive. It's an action and a choice. And just like the history of the greater Sudbury landscape, find ways, great and small, to protect what is fragile, to value what's possible, and to believe that change starts with you. Know that your family here at Laurentian University will always be proud of your achievements, and we hope to continue, that you will always continue to call yourself a proud graduate. Au nom de toute la communauté de la Laurentienne, félicitations. Nous vous souhaitons un avenir brillant, rempli de joie et de succès. Congratulations, félicitations, Gimi Makwe Namigo.
Merci, Madame la rectrice. J'inviterai maintenant Madame Jennifer Johnson, doyenne de la Faculté des Arts, à venir présenter le nom des diplômés de sa faculté. I would now invite Dr. Jennifer Johnson, Dean of the Faculty of Arts, to present the names of the graduates from her faculty.
Mr. Chancellor, by authority of the Senate, I have the honor to present for their degrees those whose names will be announced, that they may receive their degrees at your hands. Monsieur le Chancelier, en vertu de l'autorité du Sénat, j'ai l'honneur de présenter à leur grade les aspirants dont les noms suivent, afin que vous leur confériez ce titre. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, au baccalauréat is général, is art général. Gerald Lloyd Banks, cum laude. Charles Farinola. Miranda Taverner Honeset, magna cum laude. Eric Winkel, magna cum laude. Chantal Sulemajebi. Abby Woodward, cum laude. For the Bachelor of Arts with honors, Baccalauréat et Arts spécialisés, Sarah Aiello, cum laude. Joseph Ainsworth. Evan Boulanger. Avery Brooks. Carly Burton, cum laude. Chelsea Centurione, magna cum laude. Torsha Sissoko, cum laude. Faith Curto, cum laude. Mackenzie Douglas, magna cum laude. Mia Faubert. Vanessa Girard, cum laude. Brooklyn Gabo. Chandon Hamilton Bachu, magna cum laude. Keandra Holmes McElvena, magna cum laude. Jack Dagg, cum laude. Mackenzie Cook, cum laude. Kaylin Coles, cum laude. Vanessa Lati. Kendra Lemieux, cum laude. Sophia Lisi. Mackenzie Lucio, magna cum laude. Daniel Musico, cum laude. Aunt Nawegabal Kalayanis, cum laude. Jessica Poulain, cum laude. Margaret Pfeiffer. Jenna Rossignol, magna cum laude. Aaron Shrigley. Drew Sinai. Ryan Stillwell. Tyra Swan. Grace Weston. Interim Dean Christina McMillan Boyles will now present the candidates to the degrees in the Faculty of Education and Health.
For the degree of Honors Bachelor of Social Work, au Baccalauréat spécialisé en service social, Miriam Ahamat Muhammad Ali, cum laude. Anita Amadou Sanu, magna cum laude. Diane Amoni, cum laude. Sophie Arsenault, cum laude. Stéphanie Azou Adjifak, cum laude. Jessica Beaulieu. Abby Belial, cum laude. Courtney Beliveau. Ulikam Bouchard, cum laude. Mayero Bauman. Hunter Breer. Amelia Butarella, cum laude. Mackenzie Chiquetto, cum laude. Jessica Celestini, cum laude. Julbert Clévaux, cum laude. Elodie Darian, magna cum laude. Julie Desperat, cum laude. Isabelle Desrosiers, magna cum laude. Darlene Faradi Dimanche, cum laude. Marie-Hélène Estemi, cum laude. Aiden Gignac, cum laude. Tracy Gregory. Charlotte Kitoto Ibabwa, cum laude. Frederic Kengmoe Chuanawui, cum laude. Geneviève Kingsley, magna cum laude. Bradley Kitchikak, cum laude. Anastasi Kona, cum laude. Akisi Amelie Kouassi, magna cum laude. Kofi Pani. Kofi Pani. Penelope Laflamme, magna cum laude. Angel LaPratte, cum laude. Mélissa Lebrun, magna cum laude. Sylvie Lecport, cum laude. Andrew McGarry, magna cum laude. Callie Moore, cum laude. Huguette Moyo Tadi Epezejames, cum laude. Sarah Putu, cum laude. Emily Nadeau, cum laude. Beauregard Nango, cum laude. Nina Nuaj Ningaku. Christelle Okombi. Kadi Wegagro. Nadej Petit, cum laude. Serge Gobo Pipo, cum laude. Ariane Plourde, magna cum laude. Julie Poirier, cum laude. France Presselou. Sophie Poirier, cum laude. Emily Rock, cum laude. Usley St. Louis. Kadiatu Sao, cum laude. Caleb Smith, cum laude. Naha Sarah Thomas. Jessie Trottier. Tiffany Vio, cum laude. Amanda Facaturo, cum laude. Rania Yerdi Carbush, cum laude. For the degree of Honors Bachelor of Indigenous Social Work, Ashley Anderson, cum laude. Chua Asamoda, cum laude. Jana Beliansinova, cum laude. Laura Carrier, magna cum laude. Jessica Chapido Duchesne, magna cum laude. Braden Christensen, cum laude. Lydia Condi, cum laude. Anne-Marie Couture. Falgun Dusara, cum laude. Dylan Fromager, magna cum laude. Lynn Goslin, magna cum laude. Lindsay Hamill, magna cum laude. Angèle Ingersoll, cum laude. Mercedes Kichikapo Camillo. Amanda Kopp, magna cum laude. Lucy Ann Mayer. Stephanie Mayo, magna cum laude. Caitlin Mick, cum laude. Carrie Ann Millions, cum laude. Celine Mundinger, magna cum laude. Ariel Nakoji, magna cum laude. Kaylee Obumsawin, magna cum laude. Adekalu Oginlai. Gwendolyn Ani. Natasha Renner. Avalon Sharp, cum laude. Vanessa Silvestri, cum laude. Jill Snodden, magna cum laude. Brooke Wanamaker, cum laude. Nokomis Williams, cum laude. The candidate, The candidates who are not present respectfully ask that you, Mr. Chancellor, grant their degrees in absentia. Les aspirants qui n'ont pu se présenter vous prient, Monsieur le Chancelier, de bien vouloir leur conférer le grade universitaire in absentia.
Would the graduating class please rise? La classe finissante voudrait bien lever. In the name of Laurentian University and by the authority of the Senate, I proclaim that you are the holders of the rights, honors, privileges pertaining to your degree. Au nom de l'université, en vertu de l'autorité du Sénat, je proclame que vous détenez tous les droits, honneurs et privilèges attachés à vos titres. Congratulations, félicitations.
Merci, si vous pouvez vous asseoir. Thank you. Please be seated. Remarkable accomplishment indeed. I'll go back to the middle of the ceremony where I talked about Gerald. So Gerald, my new friend from 2 hours ago, he told me he's a history major, right? I remember. So you may have heard this before, but history repeated itself today when he proceeded on the stage the right way and everyone followed him. So congratulations on your degree. So history is very much attached to universities. Universities are centuries old, and we use Latin quite a bit. On utilise le latin très fréquemment dans le contexte universitaire. And so to try to bring Latin back to its life, I guess, I'm going to make a comparison with athletes. Donc, pour faire une comparaison avec le latin qu'on a utilisé avec les athlètes. So what I can say here is that every student who's graduating today, I compare you to an athlete. You've made your way, you've conquered high school, and you've now made it to university with a degree. So congratulations to everyone here for your hard-earned degree. Some of you, though, did better than others, athletically speaking. So these people, when the dean was naming their names, they said cum laude. Cum laude veut dire with praise, avec distinction. And so those students who received the cum laude status, I consider you to be provincial level athletes because you've done better than every other athlete, or regular athletes, I'll call them. And then, of course, you've got the overachievers, right? You've got those that go over and above. And we called them, or the deans as they called them, magna cum laude, which means with very high praise. And this I compare to national caliber athletes. So I must say that today we were graced with the presence of athletes, but with some provincial and national level athletes. So congratulations to everyone, particularly cum laude, magna cum laude recipients. You can clap. And so I'm just going to call out one student, Carrie Ann Millions. Carrie Ann, just raise your hand. You're here? No, she left. Carrie Ann Millions. There you go. I'm sure you've heard this before, but I'm sure you have more followers than I do on social media. She has millions of followers, right? Carrie Ann Millions? Yeah. I thought that one would be better, but okay, onwards. L'Université de Laurentienne, depuis bien avant la COVID, est un chef de file en termes d'enseignement à distance. So Laurentian University, well before COVID, was a leader in Canada for online education. And so I by a show of hands, not Miss Millions, how many of you are here on campus for the first time today? Combien sont sur campus la première fois aujourd'hui? So if you look, congratulations, because that... If you don't know how hard it is to train as an athlete from your living room, they are proof of that. And some of them made them to the national caliber, so félicitations tout le monde. And looking over files here, puis comme je dis, ils viennent un peu partout au Canada. Hopefully they showed up for the ceremony. Laval au Québec. Oui? Non? Oh, Laval, bonjour. Boisbriand, au Québec aussi. Oh, gêné, c'est correct. Campbellton, New Brunswick. Hey, hey, bienvenue chez vous. Pubnico, Nova Scotia. Well, I guess it's lobster season over there, and it's better than over here. Lively, who comes from Lively? People come from all over the place to be here. So all of that to say that at this point in time, we are going to be moving on. And j'invite maintenant Madame Randy Ray, titulaire d'un Honors Bachelor of Physical and Health Education en 2010 et d'un Masters of of Human Kinetics en 2013, à souhaiter la bienvenue aux nouveaux diplômés, nouvelles diplômées au nom de l'Association des Anciens. I now call upon Dr. Randy Ray, Honors Bachelor of Physical and Health Education, class of 2010, and Masters of Human Kinetics graduate of Laurentian University, to welcome new graduates on behalf of the Alumni Association. Randy is a proud Anishinaabe from Flying Post First Nation and founder of the Ziganlek group of companies, including Mikana Consulting, Indigenous Workplace Wellness, and Nujimo Health, Canada's first all-Indigenous owned and operated virtual mental health clinic. Randy brings passion and commitment, as you will hear, to working with community leaders in order to bridge the social and economic gaps across all sectors for Indigenous people. Madame Ray.
Ani Kinawea, I just want to say, firstly, congrats, no one tripped, right? Okay, that's a round of applause, exactly. So as Sir shared, I've been grateful to do this many times, and probably like you debated, do I come to my graduation, do I not? I do want to just say, miigwech, thank you, merci, for showing up, for coming, for your families being here. Time is the greatest gift. You'll never get this moment back. But I do know you can focus a little more now that you crossed the stage. You didn't trip and you're like, okay, I'm relaxed, right? That didn't happen to me till my doctorate. I was like very nervous, but you guys are good. So again, big round of applause. You did it. Family, miigwech for being here. Time is the greatest gift. I won't take too much more because I know that everyone's hot. I'm seeing that. But it was really, really important, and I saw all your smiling faces. Even if you're just meeting for the first time, you've shared this connection now together, and that's really, really important. So ani kinawea, ani bojo, giweda noden kwe Indigenous, Flying Post, Minwa, Red Rock, Minwa, Naswakmak, Dunjaba. My name is Randy Ray, and I am an Anishinaabe from Flying Post First Nation. I grew up in a beautiful little town called Red Rock, just an hour east of Thunder Bay, on the shores of Lake Superior. And I, like most of you, chose Naswakmak to come to school, and really grateful for the families of Atikmashing, Anishinaabe, and Wanapate First Nation for welcoming me to this territory. I don't know if they picked it, but I've been happily stuck in Sudbury for 22 years. This became my home, came here for school and stayed, and I'm so grateful for the rights holders of this area for welcoming me and my family here for many years. So again, to the graduates, congratulations. As you can probably tell, I was really grateful to be raised by my great-grandfather and grandfather and my father, who are all storytellers. So I was hoping to be able to share with you a little bit of a story today about Matig, a tree that may relate to your journey here at Laurentian. In Anishinaabe teachings, we understand that nothing great begins fully formed. Every towering tree, every oak, every birch, every maple that turns this beautiful Sudbury landscape into fire every autumn, it begins as something small. And for those of you who maybe haven't been here in autumn, you gotta come back because it's really, really special what happens. But it starts as this seed, something really small, maybe easy to overlook, but we know that that seed, it holds absolutely everything. Whether you were online at Laurentian or here in person, you were that seed. Nervous, probably a little lost, probably annoyed if you had to go from the Ben Avery to the Fraser. It's a long walk, right? But you were that seed. But you came here with everything already inside of you. Your curiosity, your values, your questions, your community, your story. Laurentian didn't necessarily create those things for you, but this place gave you a soil. I know that because I was that seed too. I came here for my undergraduate as a young Anishinaabe student who wasn't entirely sure if university was the right fit for me or had a place for someone like me. But what I found in classrooms, in the ISLC, or friendships that I made in person and online, friendships that started intramurals or the hallways, those were so important, and they lasted decades. And that's that deep, nourishing ground that's so important. Laurentian becomes a home away from home, again, whether you're online or in person. Not because it's perfect. Home isn't always perfect. But it's that kind of soil where people like us could kind of take root. And a tree's roots do two things that look like opposites, but they're actually the same. So they anchor, and then they reach. They hold you in a place so when the wind comes, and it will come, you don't fall. They spread wide, they spread deep, finding water, nutrients, finding connection with other root systems underground in ways you can't see from the surface. The roots are your friendships, and they helped you grow your relationships. The professors that pushed you, the support staff that's here that encouraged you, the classmates who stayed up listening to you, complain about whatever you were or helped you study, your family that answered phone calls and text messages at the middle of the night, and you're saying, I can't do it, and they're saying, yes, you can. They're here today celebrating those successes. I still keep in touch with friends, and I'm very close, actually, with a lot of people that I met here. The friendships are the roots. They're what holds you when life gets hard. They're what feeds you when you feel strong and depleted. Don't let them thin out. Tend to them and keep them strong. And now your branches, going on my analogy if you're a visual learner like me. To the social work graduates, your branches will shade the most vulnerable. You will work with people in the hardest seasons of their lives. Remember that a tree does not judge who rests beneath it. It simply offers a shelter. Learn to hold space without needing to fill it. The most powerful thing you can do is simply just stay present. To the history graduates, your branches reach backwards as well as forwards. We were talking a little bit about this today. There's a concept in Anishinaabe that I love that is called Biskabian, but it means to look back and in order to look forward. And you have learned that the rings inside a tree tell the whole story. The droughts, the good years, the fires that it survived, every archive you enter, every silence you notice, every story you choose to tell or recover, that's you reading the rings. Never let anyone convince you that the past does not impact the present. To the equity and diversity and human rights graduate, your branches are the ones that reach into the light for everyone, not just those who are standing in the sun. You have studied justice with rigor, and now you'll practice it. This is harder and more beautiful and more necessary than anything you'll ever do. To the English graduates, your branches are made of language itself. The world runs on stories. You understand how they're built. You can shelter or wound, or how a single sentence can change what someone believes is possible for themselves. That is not a small power. Use it carefully and use it generously. Before I speak about where you're going, I do need to acknowledge what's happening in this very room today, because it's part of the soil and the story of what Laurentian is yet to become. My dear friend, Dr. Straub, I can say that now, is being inducted as Chancellor, as you know. In addition to his impressive career, Christian has an incredibly strategic mind, a huge heart, and cares deeply for community and always honors his First Nation and Swiss family. There's an Anishinaabe understanding that seeds we plant are not always for ourselves. Sometimes we plant them for the children. By the way, loved hearing those cries and talking and love you moms and all of this. We don't think our children are listening. They're here, they're present. They're the future, and that's so amazing. But we plant this for the children who will rest in the shade of what we grow. And for generations, Indigenous people have worked, advocated, taught, persisted, planting seeds in institutions that did not always want us to tend well. But we planted anyways. We believed in the soil, even when the soil needed a little bit of work. Christian standing here as Chancellor today is the shade of those seeds. It is a sign that the soil has changed, that it's deepening, and that it's ready to grow things it could not grow before. Christian, my friend, miigwech, for saying yes, for what your presence means to every student who walks through these doors and wonders if they belong here. They do, and you're living proof. I'm going to do that because that's huge. This is big. And to the graduates, you're beginning your lives as alumni on a day when Laurentian looks a little more like the world that it was meant to serve. It is a ring and a tree as we welcome Laurentian's first Anishinaabe and proud Swiss Chancellor. There's something that a forest knows that a lone tree does not. Trees in a forest share resources through their root systems. They warn each other of threats. They support seedlings that cannot yet reach sunlight on their own. A forest is not a collection of separate trees. It's a community. So today, you join a forest. The Laurentian alumni family is thousands strong, with graduates from across the country and beyond that share your roots in this place. We've all grown from the same soil. We stay connected, not just in memory, but actively through networks and programs that the Alumni Relations Office will nurture on your behalf. What matters most when you leave today is that the forest wants to hear from you as you grow. So when you start your first role, you start your family, you publish your work, you start a business, or you're just in town and you want to see that beautiful autumn trees, just let us know and drop by. Laurentian wants to celebrate every single ring that you develop. Laurentian planted a seed in each of you. You have spent years becoming who you are today. You've grown roots that will hold you in hard weather. You have grown branches that will shelter others. You carry the capacity to plant seeds in your own communities, your own families, your workplaces, and in those you have not yet met. That's what education really is, in the deepest sense. It's lifelong, not simply just information transferred. It's not just a credential earned, but a seed, and given the right conditions, it becomes something that gives back to the world that grew it. So now go, grow tall, grow wide, and every now and then, don't forget to come back to the Laurentian soil that helped shape your growth. Merci, thank you, Chimigwich, congrats, grad of 2006.
Merci beaucoup, Randy. So, Dominique Baudry, our AVP Indigenous, he's a teacher at heart, and you could see because he taught you 2 words, Ani Mish Kigwen. Very good. And he's also a big Habs fan, like big Habs fan. That's okay, you can clap, or not. So I'm not sure he would give a Ani Mish Kigwen to a Carolina fan, though, but maybe. You're big enough for that. But I also didn't tell him last week, I actually rented a limo to go see the game at the Bell Center, to see the Canadians. He would have been very, very jealous. I didn't read the fine print. It said it did not come with a driver. So essentially, I paid $500 and I had nothing to chauffeur it. Chauffeur it. Huh? Okay, I'll stop there. But with much more seriousness, I would ask our Vice President Research to please come to the stage, Dr. Tammy Eager, to present the Laurentian Awards for Research.
Annie, hello, bonjour tout le monde. To recognize outstanding research performance, Laurentian University has established a Research Excellence Award. Le prix est décerné à un membre à plein temps de corps professionnel qui a remporté de succès dans un ou plusieurs domaines de la recherche au cours de 5 dernières années. So, research excellence over the last 5 years. This year we have co-recipients of the award. Both professors are researchers in the School of Social Work. Their selection highlights a shared commitment to community-driven research that protects the vulnerable and fosters resilience. Alors que le projet variant allant de l'intervention contre la violence familiale à la pleine conscience par les arts, les 2 chercheurs ont souligné le fait que leur travail sont motivé par leur approche consciente de longue date et un désir de changement social tangible. By co-naming this year's recipients, we are celebrating that work that leaves the laboratory, the classroom, to directly support the safety and mental health of families in our community and beyond. The leadership of these 2 individuals is truly remarkable. They're a testament to dedication, passion, perseverance, and many of you may have had the pleasure of being taught by them or doing research work alongside them. Please join me in welcoming to the stage, well, they're here actually already, the 2025-2026 Laurentian University Research Excellence Award co-recipients, Dr. Isabelle Cote and Dr. Diana Kohalik. So we will have both come up to receive the award. There should be a plaque for them if our registrar can hand out the plaque. With the help of our provost, please, if our provost can provide assistance. We'll take a group picture and then we'll have a picture, an individual picture with each of our folks. So let's pose for the group picture. We're practicing. Excellent. No, it's okay. Well, we got a group picture. C'est fantastique. I can't do both. Okay. Okay, I'll run and do both and then individual. Okay, now I'll ask Dr. Kohalik to stay for an individual picture, and then Dr. Cote. Very good. Again, these are exceptional awards given out to truly the most exceptional researchers amongst our community. It truly is a fantastic achievement, and I hope the School of Social Work, a Service Social, is very proud of these two individuals. Dr. Isabelle Cote next. Excellent. Please join me again in congratulating these two professors.
Merci, Dr. Eager, and congratulations to our co-recipients. Félicitations à nos co-récipiendaires. Before we conclude, because yes, we will conclude, I would like to remind graduates, families, and friends that you're all invited to a reception in Alumni Hall, a couple of floors above where we are. Après la cérémonie, nous vous invitons, diplômés, familles et amis, à une réception au Salon des Anciens, situé 2 étages au-dessus de nous. Nous demandons aussi aux familles et amis d'attendre que la procession de l'estrade et les gradués aient quitté l'auditorium avant de sortir. We would kindly ask that friends and family wait for the platform party to exit the stage and to let the graduates file out before leaving the auditorium. Je vous demanderai si vous en êtes capable de vous lever pour chanter l'hymne national dans la langue de votre choix. Please rise, if you can, to sing the national anthem in the language of your preference.
One more time. Well, why not? Thank you, everyone, for being here for this wonderful afternoon. Merci beaucoup d'être parmi nous cet après-midi. As the registrar said earlier, it's not convocation without a little bit of Latin, so I am always asked to give the final 3 words of convocation, which is Convocatio dismissa est, which I'm pretty sure means convocation is over. Have a wonderful evening. Bonne soirée. Félicitations à tous.